We got part 2 of Joe lists this year's material.
Okay. Joe List.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dude was funny, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, his materials, it was pretty good.
Yeah. You know, it was solid material. Solid first part of the special. You know what I'm saying? It's going good.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, let's go. Let's finish this up.
All right.
My wife is sweet. Sometimes I feel like she doesn't even know me, though. I was on the road recently, and I couldn't sleep because I had anxiety. So I called her at home, and I was like, I'm having trouble sleeping. And she's so sweet. She was like, have you tried masturbating? I was like, that is adorable that you thought that I hadn't thought to masturbate. I'm like, no, I thought of masturbating. I thought of masturbating way before I thought of calling you. That was several activities ago. And I don't mean that offensively. That's the first thing I think of when anything goes wrong. We lose power in my house. I'm like, let me masturbate real quick. I feel like that might spring something loose. I lose my phone. My friend's like, want me to call it? I'm like, let me jerk off. I think that I might remember. I think my wife's attracted to me. It's hard to say. I do mixed martial arts, MMA. Anybody doing that? No? I'll fucking kill everybody in here. Beat the shit out of you guys. If I wanted to, you seem very nice, but I do MMA. My wife loves it. She's like turned on. First of all, I thought I was gonna learn like hand-to-hand combat. I learned dick to butt choking, and that's cool too. But I wanted to learn self-defense. I learned I'm attracted to men, and those are both good things to learn. My friend was like, you should do MMA. Find out what you're capable of. I am capable of maintaining an erection while a guy strangles me from behind. How would I have known that otherwise? You know what I mean? You've got to step out of your comfort zone occasionally. I'm kidding a little bit, but it does feel oddly sexual, the sport. I show up, I take my shoes off, I give my buddy $50, we roll around. I'm like, this feels a little fetishy. He's like, we gotta work on your mount today. Get over here and mount me. I'm like, all right. I feel like I'm getting duped, but my wife loves it though. She's like turned on. She's like, oh my God, you're fighting. That's so cool. I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's hot. I'm like, you got that right. She's never seen me do it though. I can't ever let her see me do it. That's the issue. I think she thinks I'm like standing there fighting a guy. In reality, I'm just laying on the ground. A guy's pulling my arm and I'm like, okay, ow, oh shit. I don't picture my wife watching that and being like, ooh, look at the way he quits right away. I love the way my husband gives up immediately when a smaller man gets his arm. You can just tap. That's the best part of the sport. You tap the other person. They have to stop legally. They win, but you don't die. Sort of a win-win. I think we should have that socially, you know? You're at like a party or a bar, and someone's telling you a shitty story, and you're like, you know what, I think I'm done with this, actually. And you tap on the forehead. And then you're like, no, you won. That was great. And your friends are like, why'd you tap so early? You're like, I was gonna kill myself if I kept listening to that piece of shit story, so I had to get out of there. I want to be tough. That's why I do MMA. I want to be like a guy that's like secretly tough. You know what I mean? That like looks like me, you know, but like can kick ass. You ever see those guys? Like you're at a party and someone's like, you see that guy over there? You can't tell by looking at him, but that guy could kill you, you know? And then I'm just like, I want to be one of those guys. I'm more a guy like this. I'm like at a party and people are like, you can't tell by like looking at that guy? But that guy is very good at softball. You would really be impressed. That joke never works, but I just want you guys to know that I'm very good at softball. I think that's important. I know I don't have a tough look, because my first day at MMA, we went over striking. That's like punching and kicking. You pussies probably aren't familiar with this kind of shit, but we went over striking. My instructor said, when you throw a punch, you want to turn your wrist like you're pouring tea. And I was like, I feel like you don't say that to everybody. Somehow... I'm pretty sure he just looked at me and was like, you've probably poured tea? Is that something you've done? I was like, hell yeah, you shitting me? I love tea. That's like my favorite beverage. My first punch was terrible. I had my pinky out and my elbow flared. I've never seen one fight. The guy's like, "You want some chamomile, bitch? Huh? How about some jasmine?" Every time we spar, I say, "You're in steep trouble," and I laugh, and he gets mad. It's pretty cute. He's like, "You gotta stop doing that." I'm like, "Well, whatever. You brought up the tea thing. I'm just trying to have a nice time here." I want to be tough. I started doing MMA. I got inspired. I was watching Larry Nassar. You guys remember Larry Nassar? He was like the serial child molester. This is not going to be a pro Larry Nassar take. I don't want to... I'm not going to be like, that guy was all right. No, he sucks. He's in jail now. He was like the gymnastics guy. He's in jail. But remember at the trial, there was like a big trial for him, and it was on the news. And during the trial, one of the victims, her father, stood up, and he said, "Your Honor, can I have 5 minutes alone with this demon?" You guys remember that, right? I think that guy was going to beat the shit out of Larry Nassar. The judge said, "No, you're not allowed to do that." The judge was like, "You may not." But the dad didn't give up. He said, "How about 1 minute alone?" He tried negotiating. That was the best part. Like, the judge was going to be like, "All right, 1 minute. Come on up here. Get these tables out of here. He asked twice. Come on, hit the clock. Get him." He said no again. That's not part of the judicial system, unfortunately, but it inspired me because I was like, I want to be like this dad. And I'm not a dad at all, but I was like, I want to be like that guy, taking matters into his own hands. He's going to beat the shit out of Larry Nassar. I was like, I got to learn how to fight, though, because I don't know how to fight. I couldn't do that. If I was in his position, and I was like, "Can I get 5 minutes alone with this piece of shit?" And the judge is like, "You got it." I'd have to be like, "Wait, what? Oh, shit." I just wanted to impress my wife. I don't want to fight the guy. Because you can't lose that fight. You can't be like, "Let me get 5 minutes alone with this son of a bitch," and come out 5 minutes later with 2 black eyes and a bloody nose, crying. And be like, "Your Honor, can I get 3 more minutes and 2 friends? Is that possible?" How about 1 minute and a weapon? I want to teach this son of an onion a lesson. I think if you have kids, you got to be able to fight a little bit, don't you think? Protect your kids, you know? Yeah, you're saying yes, right? I remember one time I was a little kid, my next door neighbor, he was my age. We were like 7 or 8 years old or whatever. And then there was like a neighborhood bully, and he beat up my neighbor. And the kid that got beat up, he was all beat up and shit. And then his dad came home, and the dad was so upset that his son had been beat up, he went and confronted the bully's dad. And then the bully's dad beat the shit out of this kid's dad. Like father and son beat up on the same day. Brutal. I felt so bad for both of them. I felt really bad, though, for the mother/wife. Because she had to come home and her husband and son have, like, ice packs on their heads. And she's like, "What the hell happened?" They're like, "No time to explain. We need you to fuck up Mrs. Reynolds right now. Come on, Mom. This family is dominating us, Mom. We need you. Kick off those heels and kick some ass, goddammit." I do like kids. I have nieces and nephews, and they're really fun. I like them. They call me Funkle Joe, and it's really sweet. It's adorable. Not even like as a joke. They're like really earnest. Like, "Hey, Funkle Joe, what did you have to eat today?" I kill too with them. You guys are laughing with these kids. I pull my thumbs off, and I'm like, "Whoa!" It's killing it. Sometimes I pretend to walk downstairs when there's not stairs there. I'll be like, "I'm going downstairs." It's better if there's a couch. You guys aren't seeing the full effect. I did it recently. I'm getting old, though. I did it recently, and I fell down the stairs. I was like, "Uh-oh, I'm going down." Oh, fuck! And my knee gave out. My nephew didn't even get it. He's like, "Uncle Joe's drinking again." I'm like, "Shut up and get help, you piece of shit." They're fun. Here's some kid advice. I don't have a kid, but here's some advice from someone without a kid. You can't hit your kids anymore. People get very upset if you hit your kids. But you know what you can do? You can throw your kids into a swimming pool as hard as you possibly can. Nobody says shit. I know that because I was at a hotel pool recently. And this little kid went up to his dad. He was like, "Dad, throw me in the pool." And the dad was like, "You got it, son." And then the dad's whole face changed. He grabbed his son by one wrist. He was like, "Ah!" He just whipped him. The kid was like, "Ah!" He almost cleared the pool. And I had to step in. I'm a good guy. I like kids. I had to be like, "Hey, sir, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you get low, you might be able to skip them. Kind of just shoot them right across there. It's worth trying." I was in a hotel pool recently, and as I was in that story, so I guess twice recently. A lot. I was in hotel pools every week. Every once in a while, I'll be the only guy in the hotel pool. Have you guys ever had that happen? You probably have like families and shit or whatever, but it's the best. You're in like a hotel pool. It's a huge pool. You feel like a millionaire. It's exciting. I splash around and shit. I'm like, Frederick, bring me my pool toys. Just to have fun, you know. But I was in the hotel, and then somebody else came in, which is always a weird moment where you're in the hotel pool alone, and then somebody else walks in, and you're like, excuse me, can I help you? Hello? Oh, this is public. Okay, gotcha. But a lady walked in, she had a kid with her, like whatever age this is. Like you carry it like this, and it says shit. I guess 2 or 3 or whatever. And then she got in the pool with the kid, and then the kid looked at me, and then she looked at her mother, and she said, I don't like that man. One of the most hurtful experiences of my life. Because I wasn't like splashing her or giving the finger. It was just my face. And she was like, nah, I don't like that. And I want to be like, I don't like you. How about that? Nobody like 6 people like you, and they're obligated to. I got 70,000 Twitter followers, you dumb bitch. How do you like that? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see you sell at the Village Underground with a giant sign that you paid for with your own money. Also, you don't need a pool. You're like a foot tall. Go take a bath, you asshole. What are you doing down here? This is for adults. I didn't say any of that, of course. I put my head down and just left. She bullied me out of the pool. But... They should have, you know what they should have is like like the hotel room should have like a monitor that lets you know who's in the pool. You can't have that. I just realized people would be jerking off to the monitor. As I said it, I was like, that's no good. Women could never swim again. But they should have like a color-coded system. Because sometimes you go down to the pool, and I'm traveling by myself a lot, so I'll go down there. I went down recently, there was like a bachelor party in the pool. I'm like, I don't want to swim with these bros. They're gonna like hold my head underwater and piss on me or something. So I gotta like leave, but pretend I didn't want to swim. I'm like, do you guys know where the business center is? I have a towel and orange shorts on. I'm like, you guys, I gotta check my email. That's why I came down here with flip-flops on. I do like kids. I was, no, sometimes it gets weird with like other people's kids. I was on the subway recently, and it was like, it's getting crowded again, and it was really crowded, and we were all piling on. There was a little kid next to me, and he kept stepping on my foot, like 3 or 4 times. He stepped on my foot, and finally after like 4 times, I said, excuse me, little buddy, you're stepping on my shoe. And then his mother went, he's a kid. And I was like, yes, I know that. That's why I said, excuse me, little buddy. And not, hey, get the fuck off my shoe, asshole. I feel like I was handling that as though he was a little kid. Was that not? Oh, he's a little kid. I didn't realize that. Get on both feet. I'll walk you down the steps. I thought he was a drunken little person trying to fight me. That's why I got so aggressive. I almost choked him out. I'm so happy you stepped in. I hated that kid and his mother. I hated both of them. I don't want to be one of these guys that gets older and is like, back in my day or whatever, but when I was a kid, if I stepped on a guy's foot and the guy yelled at me, my mother would have been like, do you want to hit my son? Go ahead and hit my child. Take his shoes.
Yeah, I guess that's okay wording. Hey, little buddy. Opposed to, motherfucker, get off my feet. Watch my shoes, nigga. yeah, that's not that bad. Hey, little buddy. Get the fuck off my feet.
He said a little girl before, I don't like you.
Yeah. That'll be awkward, especially if you're the only one in the fucking pool.
Right.
You just gotta leave. You just gotta get out of there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Joe List, man. He you know, with his comedy, man, it's kind of like, he gives a lot of explanation, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. Like, he says one side and then explains it hilariously. You know what I mean? It's great. Yeah, it's great, man. Like,
He's doing what, MMA now?
What'd you say?
He said he started doing MMA.
Oh, I couldn't imagine him doing MMA. Did it again?
No.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. But he said
a lot of people do it though. You know, they say it's you know you don't have to be like it's a lot of things like therapeutic.
Right, for some, yeah, I definitely see how it could be definitely for some. Right.
Right. Not necessarily for the combat or the fighting. It's just,
Okay, maybe. I don't know, is there like an unlethal?
I don't know. It's something to do. Shit, I thought about doing it, but I was like, I don't know.
Right.
I might get too dangerous and accidentally kill somebody. Nah, it's probably never happened.
They might kill you before you kill them.
Yeah, especially if they got a weapon or something. I'm not.
Oh man.
I'm trained in the. Trained in the martial. Please don't make me.
I don't
use
like
my
breaking
talent.
bones, man, and shit like that. So I don't.
I don't want to get choked out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be knocked out.
Okay.
Be out.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been, other than an induced coma. I don't think I've ever been out. You know what I'm saying? Like from a physical punch or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
I've been rocked like a couple times in football, but never like out.
Yeah. But that's a little different. Yeah.
And then like if you you can tap, but if a nigga choke you out, you can't tap.
Right.
I've seen a lot of shit that's just like I don't want to be in that situation.
Make sure I not wake up.
Yeah, it's just dangerous. It's just dangerous. But I watch the shit.
I love sport, man.
Seen niggas get knocked out in every sport though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You get knocked out in golf, nigga. I've seen a nigga get knocked out in golf. 1 in a million chance. 1 in a million chance. You get.
Somebody get hit in the head. Yeah,
nigga, you don't hear 4. Sometimes you don't hear it.
Nah. Golf ball's hard as hell, so yeah.
Those things will kill you. Things will kill you. Just throw it at somebody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I don't see him doing any comments, but maybe he does get down in that.
Yeah, he said most, if his wife came to see him.
Yeah, he just tapping out.
Yeah, see him losing. Think about a smaller man.
Right, I don't let her come and watch me do that. Oh, man. Yeah, man, can't wait to see the rest of this.